Well, this is intermediate lesson 6, graphical representations. So coordinate plane, Cartesian coordinate plane, has two axes. Horizontal axis typically is called the x-axis. The vertical axis typically is called the y-axis. Where those two meet each other, that's called the origin. It makes up 4 quadrants. The top right is quadrant 1, top left is quadrant 2, bottom left is quadrant 3, and bottom right is quadrant 4. If you go to the right, the x values are positive. If you go to the left, the x values are negative. If you go up, the y values are positive. If you go down, the y values are negative. All important things. Also, this coordinate plane is often used for navigation. Typically, the positive y-axis is north, negative y-axis is south, and then east and west. Yeah, that's good. Well done. So look at this example. Relative to the origin, point P is located 4 units east and 5 units north. So let's plot that. Let's make a coordinate plane. Let's go north, south, east, west. P is located 4 units east and 5 units north. So 1, 2, 3, 4 east, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 north, point P. Q is located 4 units west and 5 units north. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 5 is Q. And then it says R is located 4 units west and 2 units south. So 4 and then down 2. It's going to put us here. That is R. T is located 3 units east, 4 units south. So that would put us here. That's how you plot some points. Example 2, plot the ordered pair negative 3, 8. We're going to draw a coordinate plane. First number tells you to go left or right. It says go left 3. Second number tells you how far up or down to go. It says to go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about right here is negative 3, 8. Number lines, well, that's just a fancy schmancy math thing for a line with numbers on it. Here's a couple examples. How far apart are these 2 points? From negative 4 to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are 6 apart. You could say the distance from those 2 points is 6. Down here, the distance from 1 to 4 is 3. You can just count the spaces. It's that simple. Well, it's not as simple when you're in a coordinate plane. Well, potentially not as simple. If you're fortunate enough that your segment you're trying to find the length of is horizontal or vertical, then it's pretty simple. This horizontal segment is 2 in length, and this vertical segment is 4 in length. Where it gets tricky is if you're trying to find the distance of a segment that's not horizontal or vertical. You can't just count spaces because there's no grid to count in that direction. That is what the midpoint of a line segment is for. To find the midpoint, which is a capital M is used to represent that, you are going to take the sum of the x values and divide it by 2, followed by the sum of the y values and divide it by 2. You've probably seen more often x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Once again, this Greek symbol here means to sum, add up all the x's. Here, add up all the y's, so it's just going to be 2 in each case. Show you an example. Find the midpoint between these two ordered pairs. So if we sum the x values and then sum the y values, divide each of those by 2, our x values are -5 and 11. So if we add those together, we're going to get 6. If we add the y values, 8 plus 34 is 42. It's going to give us the ordered pair 321. That is the midpoint, the halfway point between those two ordered pairs. Next example, so it's a little more complicated, takes a little more thought. One endpoint of a circle diameter is located at 3, 1. If the center of the circle is 15, 10, find the other endpoint. Well, there's an easy way to do this and there's a hard way. Let's do the easy way. It says the center is at 15, 10. So I'm just going to say this is 15, and I'm going to say this is 10. One endpoint of the circle diameter is 13, 1. So let's say that this here is 13, 1. So that means that we have this circle. I'll make this smaller. Something like this, not drawn to scale. And we have this diameter that goes like this. And we need to find the coordinates of this point. Well, here's what makes this easy. If you look at this as two separate number lines, look at the x values. From 13 to 15, you go 2 to the right. So to get from 15 to this, you're going to also go 2 to the right. So that's going to be at 17. If we do a similar thing to get from 1 to 10, it's the y values, you go up 9. So to get to 10 to this up here, you have to go up 9 more. That's going to be 19. So it's the ordered pair 17, 19. There's an algebraic way to do it as well, but it's not near as easy as that is. Looking at your answer to make sure it's correct, is 15 the middle between 13 and 17? Certainly is. Is 10 halfway between 1 and 19? Certainly is. So we know that our answer is correct, the ordered pair 17, 19.